From the home of the Spirit Quartz, Buchenhout, South Africa. Lovely example of the form from this deposit, where we have a core quartz crystal surrounded by the smaller ones. I think if we look on a cross section there, you can see it. Core crystal surrounded by a blanket of smaller ones. Now, color on these is usually determined when we look into the main faces. And funny about this one, the color isn't concentrated around the edges. It sort of runs in dashes right through the specimen. And that, of course, gets propagated right through. Would this guy stand maybe at an angle? So I would use a stand for this one. From a display point of view, all the way around view. Going around like that. Around like that. Looking from the top down. Quite lovely. Good size too, maybe 2 inches edge to edge, and maybe across on some, maybe just under 2 inches widthwise, not all that much. All the way from the home of the Spirit Quartz, Buchenhout, South Africa. Color-wise, quite an assemblage of colors in here, sort of going into a reddish purple, a little bit of yellowishness too, of course caused by goethite and hematite in stages of oxidation and various levels. Also quite interesting in some of the Spirit Quartzes, I'm not talking necessarily about this piece, but I find tiny cubes of pyrite included. Now when pyrite loses its sulfate, turns into iron or goethite. So some of the coloration in these, the reddish to yellowishness, could very well be some sulfur trapped inside the silica solution. All the way from the home of the Spirit Quartz, Buchenhout, South Africa.